All right, people, good evening. And today we have this supper dinner time for this spider. It lives in this little box, and today it's going to find a cockroach for dinner. So let's begin. There you see the setup once again. There's a spider and a cockroach, and the two are separated by a thin, it's like this. So what I will do is simply flip over these two things so that the spider and the cockroach are together in the same box, and thereafter we shall see how things progress. Of course, it'll be violent. So now I shall do that. Remember, the only thing required is I'll flip over this box and cover it with this lid. So for that, just a little bit of more arrangement of light. So now you can see I've removed the lid and the spider is in this box. I'll take over this and put it on the spider cage. Right? That is all. This is all. Now we have both the creatures in the same box, the cockroach and the spider. Soon there will be attack. The spider is ready. Soon there shall be attacks. Any minute there will be a bout. Presently, apparently, the spider seems to be a little scared of the cockroach because it's pretty big. But it will be just a moment when it'll grab it. I think I'll flip it over. We could have done it in a smaller box like I usually keep. So that, what a jump it was. It was a wonderful jump. That's why there's the jumping spiders. So as this progression happens, I'll flip it over again. Now the spider is measuring it. There you see how it jumps. Its jumping style is pretty good. So the spider hasn't had any meal over the last week or so. It's becoming a little taxing. Meanwhile, as this happens, I'll show you two more spiders which have been feeding. Uh, One is a spitting spider, and the other one is a Bienor species of jumping spiders. They have already captured their meals. Maybe we see some action, violent action here. No, it's not. Nothing as such. It took me a long time to find this little cockroach for the spider. Meanwhile, let me show you certain interesting things. The first thing is, another event happening right now is this little spider that you see inside. It's already consuming a meal. It's a Bienor, and it is consuming a meal, the first meal after its babies have hatched. So you can see a lot of babies around. I'll just apply this little magnifying lens that I have devised. Now it becomes a magnifying lens. So you can see this spider, and there are a lot of babies around, a lot of young ones, and the mother has had the first meal in the form of a silverfish. There it is, busy consuming it. And this is a Bienor species. And another event happening right now is a spitting spider, the Scytodis, which is having a meal of another silverfish here. I'll open this box. There are a few babies inside. I intend to keep them. None on the lid. Now that is a spitting spider which has 6 eyes and is busy consuming the silverfish. That is the Lepisma. Right? Okay. Go back to the original stream that we were busy with. Let's try that again. Let's get back to the business of our spider and the cockroach. Nothing much is happening here. So I think I need to transfer them into a smaller box, into a smaller cage. So I'll do that. I'll shift them in this little box, which is the original home of the spider. So I'll do that. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to remove the lens. So I've got the spider back in its original home, the original box, smaller one, and then I'll move in the cockroach in the same one. So there we are. Both the creatures are in the same thing now. And hopefully we'll find some action here. Though it'll be a little difficult to see, of course. I'll raise it a little bit and I'll put it on 2 boxes so that we can get a better firm view. Maybe this is better. We can of course see the cockroach. What are these symbols of smileys? I don't understand that. Ozzy, what's going on? Oh, I'm trying to feed the spider, Ozzy. I'm trying to feed this spider with some cockroach, but the spider seems to be scared of it. It's a little scared. Here is the cockroach. Let me reverse them. This is the spider, a jumping spider, and there is the cockroach in the background. So this spider is supposed to have a meal tonight. Meanwhile, let me show you some other spiders which have laid eggs and are having the babies roaming around. Another one. This one here. Again, I'll need to put my magnifying glass here. My homemade device of magnifying. This is another spider that we have here. This is a Plexippus petersi, a female, which had laid eggs, and the eggs have hatched, and there are a lot of young ones in the container. They are about a week old now and have undergone a single molt, first molt also. Soon they shall be released in the wild so as to propagate their genes further. Now something interesting is happening around, I guess. Probably something is happening. The spider is fixing its eyes on the prey, and the prey is somewhat confused. This is the top view. Predator, prey, face off. Perfect face off. Now the spider is getting a little active. Maybe any second it can launch an attack. You can see it's calculating the positioning of the creature. Oh, there it is. It had the first bite and the cockroach is hit. So 1 point to the spider. First point goes to the spider. It has made a hit, and now the cockroach will be suffering to an extent. The venom has already been injected, and the spider is now getting a little confident of its actions and plan of. Now the spider is active, pretty active. The cockroach is moving around and the spider is happy. You can see it is now more focused, more agile, and is now sharpening and cleaning its mandibles. That's a great thing to see. Wow. So that was the first attack. The cockroach injured slightly and envenomed. That is, it has been injected with venom, while the spider is just staying outside, waiting for the second opportunity to strike. Look at those gorgeous, beautiful eyes. You see that it is a female because you can see that little black spot between the two white things. Those two white things are the book lungs through which the spider respires. And it is now cleaning its limbs. These are things which it does for the purpose of launching a good attack again. Looks quite impressive otherwise from the bottom side up. There you see, it's a female. And those bristles on the body they have that little white thing, that is the left gill, and there are two of them. So you see both the gills, the book gills or the book lungs, and between those book lungs is the epigyne, that is the female reproductive part of the spider. Now you can see the spider is cleaning its legs, and you can see that little venom coming out, that little spitted venom. Yep, see that? That's saliva and venom together, which it uses for soaking its bristles in the anterior legs and the maxillary pulps. They would become another additional source of uh, impacting the prey. Those chelicera that you see moving. Now the cockroach is still stunned to a certain extent and is here at the sides, though still alive but in shock. The spider is now again looking at the prey. The spider is now eyeing the prey again. Maybe it is planning another attack. Wait and watch. Oh, the cockroach just ran away. The cockroach, it was somewhere in front of the spider and just suddenly took off and reached on the diametrically opposite end of the box. Well, I think it's going to be a little while before the final action is impressed upon. You can tell it is a female because of that little black point, the epigyne. Oh, sorry. Another attack is possible. There you see the epigyne. I think it'll take a little more while before the final assault is done. No, the spider is not much interested as such. So we leave it here, and I'll close off the stream. I'll close off the stream, maybe again. So we gotta close it now and leave it for the night and see what comes out as a result in the morning. Maybe in the morning we'll find a dead cockroach and a well-fed spider. So we'll stop it here and leave them to their own fate, which is somewhat sealed in a sense. So thank you, friends. Thank you very much for being here. I'll update you whenever I do anything of a similar nature again.